Am I live? Yeah. Good afternoon, good evening, in fact, ladies and gentlemen. The auction will commence in just over 10 minutes. If you would like to come and take a seat here, registered bidders would like to come and sit down, please come and get comfortable before we start. And thank you all for coming along. Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to this wonderful venue here in Milan at the remarkable Fonderia Macchi, and we have an incredible offering of cars for you this evening. Before we commence, I'd like to draw your attention to one or two upcoming sales that we have this year. We are extremely excited to offer one of the most significant of all Formula One cars this coming weekend at the Monaco Grand Prix, no less, in partnership with the Formula One Paddock Club. 2001, Ferrari F2001, the Schumacher crown jewel. It's the only Ferrari chassis raced by Michael Schumacher, which won the most prestigious, of course, the Monaco Grand Prix, and it also clinched the Formula One World Championship in the same season, making this a crown jewel among all Schumacher F1 cars. It achieved pole position and won the Formula One Hungarian Grand Prix in 2001 to secure Schumacher's Drivers' Championship and Ferrari's Constructors' World Championship. This incredible car will be sold on Saturday, the 24th of May, just after the Formula One qualifying session in Monaco. We are delighted to be returning to the stunning Cliveden House for our second auction there on the 8th of July. Once again, the sale will feature a wide selection of motor cars spanning the veteran era through to modern supercars, and there are a few spaces available, so please speak to a specialist if you would like to consign. And if an ex-race-winning Schumacher Formula One car is beyond your reach, fear not, as later this year we'll be offering a staggering collection of Schumacher memorabilia in the online sale in July. The collection includes some significant crash helmets, racewear, and other items relating to Schumacher's incredible career, as well as other Formula One world champions, with over 300 lots on offer. This sale is not to be missed, so please keep an eye on our website for further information. And of course, ladies and gentlemen, we have very exciting news. On the 5th of December of this year, we will be conducting our second sale in Abu Dhabi. This sale promises to be a sale of truly quality vehicles, ladies and gentlemen, offering some of the most prestigious motor cars ever. Taking place just prior to the Formula One Abu Dhabi Grand Prix, the sale will form part of an incredible week of activities in the region, which RM Sotheby's is very proud to be a part of. Please keep an eye on our website for more information in the coming weeks, as this sale will undoubtedly be one of the highlights of the 2025 auction calendar. So, ladies and gentlemen, before we begin, a brief note of our conditions of business. All sales are as is and where is. The final bid price does not include buyer's premium and any applicable taxes. Please note that the buyer's premium here in Italy is 15% for the plus VAT for all motor car lots with a final hammer price of €200,000 or less. In the event of a final hammer price above €200,000 on motor car lots, a buyer's premium of 15% plus VAT will be paid on the first €200,000, and the buyer's premium of 12.5% plus VAT will apply to the hammer price above €200,000. 20% plus VAT for all non-motor car lots, and following the auction, all lots are removed to local secure storage at the cost of the owner, and the cost of this removal is €320 plus VAT per motor car lot, and €100 plus VAT for memorabilia lots. Daily storage charges will commence from Thursday the 29th of May at a rate of €15 plus VAT per lot. Lots subject to temporary imports cannot be discharged from RM Sotheby's custody without the completion of customs procedures and until full payment has been received. Customs charges will be levied appropriately depending on each individual scenario and will be payable directly to the relevant authorities, which RM Sotheby's will provide the details of and as and where necessary. Please note that there will be an administrative fee of €500 plus VAT to oversee the closing of the customs entry. Please note the insurance is the buyer's responsibility once the lot is sold. Please note that sale room notices and addenda read ahead of any lot this evening supersede the catalogue descriptions. Please visit the auction settlement office should you have any questions at all. Now I shall pass over to my dear and esteemed colleague, Mr. Duccio Lepresto.
Buonasera a tutti e grazie di essere qui con noi. Prima di iniziare, una breve nota sulle nostre condizioni commerciali. Tutte le vendite sono come sono e dove sono. Il prezzo finale dell'offerta non include il premio dell'acquirente e le tasse applicabili. Si prega di notare che il premio dell'acquirente qui in Italia è il 15% più IVA per tutti i lotti di autoveicoli con un prezzo finale di aggiudicazione pari o inferiore a 200.000 euro. In caso di prezzo di aggiudicazione finale superiore a 200.000 euro, per i lotti di autoveicoli, si pagherà un premio dell'acquirente del 15% più IVA per i primi 200.000 euro e un premio dell'acquirente del 12,5% più IVA per il prezzo di aggiudicazione superiore a 200.000 euro. 20% più IVA per tutti i lotti non automobilistici o memorabilia. Dopo l'asta, tutti i lotti saranno trasportati in un deposito sicuro a grandate a spese dell'acquirente. Il costo della rimozione è di 320 euro più IVA per lotto di auto e di 100 euro più IVA per lotto di cimeli. Le spese di deposito giornaliere inizieranno a partire da giovedì 29 maggio al prezzo di 15 euro più IVA per lotto. I lotti soggetti a restrizioni temporanee all'importazione non possono essere scaricati dalla custodia di RM Sotheby senza il completamento delle procedure doganali e fino al ricevimento del pagamento completo. Le spese doganali saranno applicate in modo appropriato a seconda di ogni singolo scenario e dovranno essere pagate direttamente alle autorità competenti, di cui RM Sotheby fornirà i dettagli quando necessario. Si prega di notare che sarà applicata una tassa amministrativa di 500 euro più IVA per la supervisione della chiusura delle entrate in dogana. L'assicurazione è a carico dell'acquirente una volta venduto il lotto. Si prega di notare che gli avvisi di sale e gli addendum letti prima di ogni lotto applicabili questa sera sostituiscono le descrizioni del catalogo. Per qualsiasi domanda si prega di recarsi presso l'ufficio di liquidazione dell'asta. Grazie mille e buona fortuna.
Ladies and gentlemen, my name is Will Smith of RM Sotheby's, and joining me on the podium this afternoon is our auctioneer, Mr. Sholto Gilbertson. So, without further ado, ladies and gentlemen, we shall commence proceedings with lot number 101, which of course is the Riva Aquarama 1/3 scale model measuring nearly 2.5 meters in length and 74 centimeters wide. A vast model, Sholto. Lot number 101.
Good. Hello? Guys, have I got any sound?
Try that one.
Am I live? Hello? Guys, sound? Hello? Yeah, that's better. Sorry about that, ladies and gentlemen. Good evening and welcome. Great to see you all. Thank you for all who have made the effort to come and see us in this wonderful new venue. We have really enjoyed setting up, and I hope you all enjoyed the experience. Like Will said, lot 101. It's no reserve. There's a number of lots with no reserve, so what shall we say? Where should we start? 3,000 euros anywhere. 3,000 euros anywhere.
Yes.
Thank you. Front row, 3,000 euros. Any more bids? At 3,000, maiden bid, 3,000 euros. At 3,000, well, we're selling the lot at 3,000. Any more bids? 30, I take 4,000. 4,000. Try another one, sir. 5,000. 5. You sure, sir? Well, thank you. Thank you, sir. At 5,000. What's the bid? 6? 6,000. You sure? Try 6,5. Well, thank you. At 6,000, I have the bid at 6,000 euros. Are we done? 6,000 euros. Sold. 6,000 online.
Lot number 102 is the Ferrari 360 Modena engine coffee table, ladies and gentlemen. There it is. Impressive table, ladies and gentlemen, built on a V8 engine and accompanied with an F1 gearbox, no less, as well, from a 360 Modena. Please note that the lot is subject to VAT on the full purchase price, both hammer and buyer's premium. Please note that due to VAT requirements, the lot may only be sold for export and trade. Interested private buyers should contact RM Sotheby's directly. It's also without reserve.
Thank you, Will. Do we have 4,000 anywhere? 4,000 anywhere? 4,000, thank you. 5,000, 5,000, any more? Try another one. 6,000, 6,000. Here, 7,000. Thank you, Bodie, 7,000. Any more bids at 7,000 euros? 8,000. Try another, sir. You sure? At 8,000, internet taking it at 8,000. 9,000. 9,000 euros. Against the online bidder, 9,000, 10,000. 10,000. 11,000. 11,000. Online against you, 12,000. 12,000. 13,000. 13,000. Any more? 14,000. At 14,000. 15,000. 15,000. Any more? 16,000. Thank you, Cyrus. 16,000 euros. 17,000. 17,000. Are we done? 17,000. Online versus Benjamin. 18,000. At 18,000 euros. 18,000. 20,000 euros. Well done. 20,000. Well, at 21,000. 21,000 euros. Are we done? 21,000. Benjamin, gonna have to speed you up, but 21,000. Yes or no? 21,000. 22,000. 22 now. At 22,000 euros for the table. At 22,000, fair warning now, 23,000. 23,000. You're out, thank your bidder, 23,000. The lot is sold, 23,000 online.
Lot number 103 is the 2004 Michael Schumacher Ferrari Formula One OMP racing suit, ladies and gentlemen. It was allocated to Schumacher for the 2004 Hungarian Grand Prix weekend. He qualified on pole position, set the fastest lap, and claimed victory. It was his 7th and final Formula One World Championship title that year, and Ferrari also won the Constructors' Crown. It is unrepeatable, ladies and gentlemen, a fantastic piece of memorabilia.
Well, also we are selling a Schumacher Ferrari in Monaco on Saturday. Do watch along if you have nothing to do at 4 o'clock in the afternoon on Saturday. It'll be quite exciting. But to the overalls now, the racing suit. What should we say? Who'll open me up? There's no reserve. Anywhere. Take a bid. 15,000 online. Straight in. 15,000. Gus is going to sit down at 15,000. Any more bids at 15,000? Maiden bid. 18,000. Thank you, Cyrus. 18,000. 20,000. 20,000. Are we done? 20,000. 22,000. 22,000. Schumacher overalls. 22,000. Any more bids? It's all online. It's all online at 22,000 euros. Well, I will call it at 22,000, all online. Fair warning to you all now at 22,000. Sold, 22,000 online.
Lot number 104 is the 2005 Schumacher Ferrari Formula One OMP race suit from that season. This is from the Brazilian Grand Prix of that year, where he finished 4th in the race. Ladies and gentlemen, it's also without reserve. It is lot number 104.
Thank you, and well, racing suit again, Formula One world champion, 7-time world champion Schumacher. What should we say, 5,000 anywhere? 5,000 anywhere. Come along now, 5,000 anywhere. It's no reserve, 5,000 anywhere. Ladies and gentlemen, online anywhere?
Yes.
5,000 I've taken online. Online I've taken. Where's the bid? At 5,000.
Yeah.
6,000. 6,000, thank you. 6,000 euros. It's in the room, 6,000 euros. Any more bids? 6,000 euros. Well, we will sell. We will 7,000. 7,000. 7,000. Yes or no? 7,000. Yes or no, sir? 7,000. We're at 7. Try another one. Where's the bid? 8,000. Thank you, sir. 8,000 against the online, against Andy's team over there. At 8,000. 9,000. You sure, sir? Thank you. Thank you, Peter. At 9,000, we're selling all the way at 9,000. 9,000 online.
And lot number 105 is the Ferrari F40 Owner's Manual, Warranty, Service Book and Folio. It is, of course, offered without reserve and a highly prized item if you don't have one with your F40.
Thank you. Again, I can open at 5,000 anywhere. 5,000 anywhere. No reserve. 5,000 anywhere? 5 with Oliver. 5,000 I'm bid. Any more bids now? 5,000. 6,000 with Harvey. 6,000. Any more? 6,000 euros. That's 6,000 euros. Well, I'm going to sell at 6,000 euros only, ladies and gentlemen. At 6,000 euros only with Harvey. Any more bids? The gavel is up at 6,000, 7,000. Harvey? Oh, come along, Harvey. 8, thank you. 8,000. Don't try any of that. 8,000. 8,000. Well, Benjamin, come on now. 8,000. We are going to sell at 8. Come along now. 9,000. 9,000. 9,000 euros. At 10,000. Keep it in ones for you. I won't take 500. We'll keep it in ones. At 10,000. Benjamin's down. At 10,000, the lot is sold. 10,000. Harvey.
5321.
Thank you.
Okay, moving on to lot number 106. It's the Ferrari F40 toolkit. An essential item again, ladies and gentlemen. If you don't have one with your vehicle, it makes a big difference to the value. It's offered without reserve.
Thank you, Will. Thank you, Will. And, well, absentees as well coming in. I can go 4, 5, 6,000 all with me. All with me. 6,000, 7,000, 8,000, 9,000, 9,500, 9,500 with the absentee. 9,500. 10,000. My book is clear at 10,000. Any more now? At 10,000. Selling at 10,000. Are we done? Are we sure? At 10. 5191 best. 5191.
And lot number 107 is the Ferrari 250 GT Inside Plug Toolkit. To accompany your 250 GT, ladies and gentlemen, a fantastic array of spares and tools when you are actually allowed to fix your own Ferrari. It is lot number 107.
Well, I can go straight in with absentees at 6,000, 8,000, 10,000, 10,000, at 10,000, all with me. at 10,000 euros, with the absentee, at 10,000 euros. Any more? Absentee with 12,000, thank you. 12,000, my book is clear. The book is clear with you, sir. Good to see you again, sir. At 12,000 euros. Are we done? At 12,000, selling at 12,000. 12,000, no paddle. We know who it is. 12,000, Adam. Thank you, Adam.
Okay, lot number 108 is the Ferrari 512BB luggage set. Schedoni luggage, ladies and gentlemen, only the finest for the discerning 512BB owner. And it is lot number 108 without reserve.
Thank you, and telephones coming in. I can open with the absentee of 4,000, I'm bid. 4,000, 6,000, 8,000, 8,000, 10,000, 11,000. 11 is on the absentee. Try one more. Bodie, try one more. You sure? Well, 11,000 on the absentee. Are we done? 11,000, absentee bid. Are we done? We sure? At 11,000, absentee bid. Sold. 11,000, absentee. 5313, Beth.
Okay, the first of our motor vehicles this evening, ladies and gentlemen. It is lot number 109, the 1967 Auto Bianchina Fergoncino, ladies and gentlemen. And it is without reserve. Delivered new to Padova just down the road in 1967 and exclusively retained by Italian custodians since. Just 6 keepers from new, a little Fiat 500 two-cylinder engine inside, and thought to have been restored under the care of the previous owner. It is without reserve, and it isn't fantastic, Shelto.
Thank you. Peter, Mr. Haynes, I can't see that side of the room, so if you can focus on some bid spotting, please. And what should we say? And what should we say? No reserve. 10,000 anyway. 10,000, thank you, 10,000. Any more bids? At 10,000 I have. 10,000. 10,000, maiden bid. I've got the bid by the pillar. At 10,000. Any more? At 10,000 I'm bid. Well, maiden bid. At 10,000 we are selling. Sorry? Are you bidding, Tony? You bidding? No, 10,000 here. Any more bids? At 10,000 I will sell. Last chance at 10. What? 11. You owned it for a moment, sir. 11,000. Try 12. You sure? Okay, 11,000 with you, Bodie. 11,000. The car is selling now at 11,000. We are sold. 11,000. 5242.
And we move on to lot number 110. It's the 1953 Cisitalia 505 DF, one of Cisitalia's rarest production models, and delivered new in July 1953 to racer Fritz Stolz of Switzerland, and thought to be one of just 10 examples built. Only a handful of known survivors, powered by its correct type engine, and restoration that was completed by D&D Classic Automobiles in Ohio of 2011. It's been in the private owner's collection for the past decade, and it is lot number 110.
Well, thank you, Will. And what should we say? 100,000 anyway. 100,000 anyway. 100,000, thank you. 100,000 I'm bid. Any more now? 100, 110 I've taken. At 110. Any further bids? At 110 here. Try another one, sir. Try another one. 120. 120 now. 120, 130. 140. At 140,000 euros. Any more bids? At 140,000. 150,000. At 150,000. Any more bids? At 150. Try another one, sir. Try another one. We're at 150. Are we done? I will take another one, anywhere if it helps. We're at 150. 150, not quite enough. Thank you.
Okay, lot number 111 is the 1964 Abarth Simca 2-litre Corsa, ladies and gentlemen, registered in January 1964 to SPA, Abarth & Co, and believed to be a works vehicle. One of the earliest production 2000 Corsas in existence and built at the end of 1963, thought to have competed in the inaugural sports car race in Austria and the most desirable variant of the Abarth Simca range, of course. Benefits from a service, including engine rebuild and 4 new tyres in 2020, highly eligible for historic motor racing and hill climbs, ladies and gentlemen, and accompanied by its original Italian libretto.
Telephones, Kathy, thank you. And what should we say? 200,000 euros, anywhere. 200,000 euros, anywhere. 200, thank you. By the pillar, 200,000, I'm bid. 200, 220. Back in, 240. At 240, it's with you, sir. At 240,000. Any more bids at 240? At 240 now. Here, you've been with me all the way, sir. 240. Any more? 260. Try another, sir. 280. 300. You've been with me all the way, sir. Try another. 320. At 320 against you here, with you here. At 320 now. Any more bids at 320,000? At 320,000. Any more bids at 320? I have it. I'm holding your bid at 320,000. Any more? 320. 320. 340. 340. 360. 360. 360 on my left at 360,000 euros. At 360. 360. Here. Telephone, we're at 360. We're at 360. We're at 360. Thank you. At 360, you're saying no here. It's on here, on my left. 360. At 360. You're sitting down at 360. Any more bids at 360,000 euros? 370. At 370. Against you now. You sure? You're saying no. At 370. Are we done? At 370. Pass, thank you. 370 pass.
Okay, lot number 112. I'm sure you just heard it fire up because it's not quiet. It is, of course, the 2008 Aston Martin DBR9 GT1, ladies and gentlemen. And here it comes. It was the final DBR9 chassis constructed by ProDrive.
Just wait, let it rev up.
Oh, there you go. It was the final chassis constructed by ProDrive between 2005 and 2008. Entered 2 rounds of the 2010 FIA GT1 World Championship, scoring a 5th place at Silverstone, and contested the prestigious 1,000 kilometers of Spa. Powered, of course, by its howling, normally aspirated V12 engine that delivers 625 horsepower with a 6-speed sequential gearbox. Just 2 Danish keepers from new in the present ownership since late 2015, and eligible for historic race series such as Peter Auto, Endurance Racing Legends, and Masters Endurance Legends. Please note that this lot is subject to VAT both on the full price and the purchase price, both are, hammer price and buyer's premium. Please note that due to VAT restrictions, this lot may only be sold for export and trade. Interested private parties should consult an RM specialist. It is lot number 112.
Thank you, Will. Well, what an entrance. It really is wonderful. And we have interest coming in with me at 700,000 euros. 700,000. Any more now? 700, 750. 750,000. 800,000. At 800,000 now. At 850,000. 850,000 euros. Any more? 850. 900, at 900 now. It's all in the room at 900, 950, at 950, Who will take us to 1 million? Who will take us to the million? At 950,000. At 950. Any further bids? At 950,000 euros. At 950. We'll hold the bid. We will hold the bid at 950,000. At 950,000 now. Any further bids? At 1. Sir, are you bidding? Sir, are you bidding? No? 950,000. Any more bids? Gus, are we connected? At 950,000. At 950. 1 million euros. Thank you. 1 million euros. I did see you looking at it, sir. It's a spectacular weapon of a car. 1 million euros. Any more bids at 1 million euros? Gus, what are we doing? At 1 million euros on my left. At 1 million euros. Any further bids? 1.1 million now. Thank you. At 1.1 million. Against you left. At 1.1 million. Try another one, sir. 1.1. At 1.1. At 1.1. Try 50, sir. At 1.1. Are we done? At 1.1 million euros. Gus, last chance to you now. At 1.1 million euros. Thank you, 1.1.
Okay, lot number 113 is the 1985 Aston Martin V8 Vantage Oscar India. Desirable Vantage specification model with the 5-speed manual gearbox, ladies and gentlemen. Delivered new to Kuwait in December of 1984. It retains its matching numbers 5.3-litre V8 engine and accompanied by a copy of its factory build sheet. It does, of course, require some recommissioning before it's next enjoyed. But please note, the lot has entered the EU on a temporary import bond, which must be cancelled either by exporting the lot outside of the EU on an approved bill of lading with supporting custom documentation, or by paying the applicable VAT and import duties to have the lot remain in the EU. The Oscar India, and we have quite a lot of telephone bidders.
Yeah, absolutely. Lots of interest, and 80,000 I'm bid. 100 online, 100. Any more bids? 100 I'm bid. 100 I'm bid. 100 online. Any more bids at 100? 100 now. 120 now. 120 against the online bidder at 120,000. Any more bids at 120,000? Are we done? At 120. Telephones, what are we doing? At 120,000. Well, at 130,000. 140,000.
Straight ahead.
150,000. Our great friend at 150,000. Any more bids at 150,000? 160,000. 170,000. 170,000. Are we done? At 170. Centre here. 180,000. 190,000. 190,000. 190. Thank you. At 190. 200,000. Keep it in tens. 210. 210. Thank you. 210. At 210. The bid's here at 210. We are going to call it 220. 220,000. 225. 225. 230. You sure? Well, thank you, Neil. Thank you as always. 230,000 euros. 235. Sorry, I'm at 235, aren't I?
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Was that
230, 235?
Yeah, 235 with you. At 235. Thank you, Will. 235 with Oliver's bidder. 240 online. 240,000 online. 240. 245. 245,000 euros. Well, at 245 online bidder, I will call it at 245,000 euros, last chance. Sold, 245. 5148. 5148, Bess.
Lot number 114 is the 1994 Jaguar XJ220, of course. Here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. What an elegant machine. It is the 48th of a reported 281 examples of the XJ220, supercar flagship of the 1990s. Presented in its factory color of Le Mans blue, fantastic shade over smoke gray leather, retains its matching numbers engine and meticulously tended to by authority Don Law during the 2010s, including in 2018 a comprehensive engine rebuild to original specifications, documented with Jaguar Daimler Heritage Trust certificate, and the odometer shows just 26,800 kilometers at the time of cataloging, and there are invoices on file for the aforementioned engine rebuild. It's a lovely example, ladies and gentlemen, and just 3 caretakers from new, the XJ220.
Thank you, and well, magnificent. And we have telephones, 200,000 I'm bid, 200,000, 200,000.
Yes.
220. I've taken 220 in the room, 220 with you at 220, 250, 250.
Sir.
Where's the bid?
With
250.
Greg Anderson.
280. Thank you, Greg, at 280,000. No? Okay.
Sir, at the back of the room there.
Now, 300. I've got 300. Thank you, Greg. At 300 online.
By the pillar behind
I've got the pillar. 300 online. Any more bids? 300 online bid. Any further bids? 300 online bid. 310. 310 I'll take. At 310. At 310,000. With Stefan at 310,000. 310. 310. 310,000. Any more bids? 310. Stefan's bid. At 310. We have got plenty of time. 310,000. At 310,000. Phones are trying to connect. 310. Thank you, Stefan. 320,000. 320,000. 320,000. 320. 325 at 325. Make no mistake, the car is on sale. The car is selling at 325. At 325. Selling the car. Selling the car, ladies and gentlemen, at 325. 330. Thank you, Harvey. 330,000. 330. Well, we are selling now at 330. Stefan, I'll take another 5. At 330. 335. 335. 335 now. Harvey? Harvey? You out? Well, at 335. Last chance at 335,000 euros. 335, 5187.
Lot number 115 is the 2010 Lamborghini Reventon Roadster, ladies and gentlemen. One of just 15 examples of the fighter jet-inspired Reventon Roadster. Finished in satin Grigio Reventon over an interior trimmed in grey Alcantara, powered, of course, by the 6.5-litre V12 normally aspirated engine and a verified 660 horsepower through an e-gear suspension, gearbox. And, ladies and gentlemen, delivered new via Lamborghini Switzerland on the 6th of July 2010. It boasts just 2 owners and acquired by a German consignor in 2018. It's accompanied by a service book, warranty card, military-style shoulder bag, Lamborghini flight case containing an engine certificate, and odometer showing just 4,102 kilometers. Please note that this lot is subject to VAT on the full purchase price, both the hammer price and the buyer's premium. Please note that due to VAT requirements, this lot may only be sold for export and trade. Interested private buyers should consult an RM Sotheby specialist. It is lot number 115.
Thank you, Will. Well, who'll bid me 700,000 euros for the car? 700,000 euros anywhere. 700,000 anywhere. 700, thank you. 700. 700,000. Far left. 700,000 now. Any more bids at 700, that's 750. 750,000. 800 I've taken from Gord. 900. 900. 900, thank you, at 900,000. Any more bids? 900. At 900, front row, good to see you. 1 million euros. 1 million. We've been here before, haven't we, sir? 1 million and 50? And 50. Thank you. 1 million and 50. 1 million and 50. 1 million and 50. 1.1. Try another 50. Yeah? What? No? 1.1. Try another 50, sir. You sure? At 1.1 million. 1.15. 1.15. 1.15. 1.15. Marcus, 1.15. 1.2 million euros. Car is on sale, 1.2 million. The car is selling all the way at 1.2 million. 1.2. 1.25. 1.25 million, selling the car at 1.25 million. At 1.25 now, with Stefan's bidder, 1.25 million. Take a good look, ladies and gentlemen, at 1.2, 1.3 million euros. At 1.3 million. 1.3 million. 1.3 million euros. Stefan. Try if you want, Stefan. Oh, if you want, 1.3. 1.35. 1.35 million now. The supercar market is strong at 1.35 million. 1.35. Well, at 1.35 going for the first time. Marcus. 1.35 going for the second time. Marcus. 1.35 going for the third. 1.375.
Cheeky.
Cheeky. 1.375. 1.375. It's all on the telephones, ladies and gentlemen. 1.375 million. 1.4 million here at RM Sotheby's in Milan. 1.4 million euros. At 1.4. Marcus, thank you, underbidder. At 1.4 million euros. We are, Stefan, sold. 1.4 million. 5187.
Okay, lot number 116 is the 1980 BMW M1, ladies and gentlemen, showing just 24,323 kilometers at the time of cataloguing. It is the genesis of BMW division's long-lasting road car legacy, a collaboration with the Italian styling and German engineering. What could be finer? One of just 399 examples built. It retains its matching numbers 3.5-litre engine, finished in its factory-correct color pairing of rot or red over Schwarz interior, and delivered new via BMW Italia in March 1980, later spending time in the United States and Germany and France, and accompanied by a BMW birth certificate issued in April 2025. What a great looking car. It's lot number 116.
Thank you, Will. Well, thank you, Gus on the phone. What should we say? 200,000 anyway. 200, thank you. 200, thank you, sir. 200, 220, 250, 280. At 280,000 now. Any more bids at 280,000? 300, new bidder at the back. At 300 now. At 300,000. Are we done? At 300,000?
Yes.
320,000. Seated. 340,000. He's back in behind you. 340. No, thank you anyway. At 340. Any more bids? At 340,000. 340,000 with you, sir. At 340. Any more bids? At 340,000. At 340. 340,000. 360,000. At 360,000. At 360. Fair warning, 360. At 360,000 euros. Any more bids at 360,000? At 360,000. Gus at 360,000. Telephones at 360 here, at 360,000. Are we done? 370,000. 370,000. 380,000. Keep it in tens for you, Gus, at 380,000. Try one more. You out, you sure? At 380,000. Gus? At 380,000. Holding with you now. At 380,000. Any more bids? At 380. Gus? Try 5? Nope. At 380. Fair warning at 380. Pass that one, thank you.
Lot number 117 is the 1969 Ferrari 365 GTC, thought to be the 7th of just 150 examples of the 365 GTC made between 68 and 69, retains its matching numbers body, chassis, engine, and finishing its factory color combination, delivered new to its first owner in Verona, and has continued Italian ownership since, which is storied by Ferrari historian Marcel Massini, European restoration car equipped with air conditioning from new. It is lot number 117, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. 365 GTC. And what should we say? 350 I'm bid on my book at 350, 380. 400 on my book, at 400 now. Any more? 400, 400,000, 400,000. 420 now, 420. 450, back with me at 450. At 450 now, 450. 475. 500 with me. At 500 now. Are we done? At 500,000. At 500,000. It's all with me at 500,000. Any more bids? At 520,000. At 520,000. 550,000. 550,000. Well, at 550, you're saying no. You sure? At 550,000 euros. At 550. Last chance now at 550. Pass, thank you, 550.
Lot number 118 is the 1989 Lamborghini Countach 25th Anniversary Edition, one of approximately 657 examples of the Countach 25th, and the model most refined iteration, notably restyled by Horacio Pagani no less, and in the same Italian ownership from 2004 until now, over 20 years, powered by its 5.2-litre V12 at 449 horsepower, and displays just 12,433 kilometers at the time of cataloguing, and just received new tyres, a service, and a thorough detailing. Great colour combination, an icon of the 1980s, Sholto.
Thank you. Telephones coming in, as you would expect. Magnificent Lamborghini Countach. And, oh, thank you, Cyrus. That'll get us going. 250 online bid. Thank you. 250,000. Any more bids? 300,000. It's all online. Thank you, Cyrus, at 300,000. Any more bids at 300? 300. That bid right at the back? Yes? 350,000. Thank you. 350. 350. Right at the back on the far table. 350 now. Any more bids at 350? 350,000. At 375 on the telephone. Try another one, sir. 400. At 400,000. Thank you at the back. At 400,000. 400,000. 420,000. 420,000. 420. 450,000. Selling the card. Selling. 450,000. 475,000. 475,000. For 500,000. Try another 25, sir. We're at 500. 525. Thank you, Greg. 525. 525,000. 550,000. 550, sir. 575. 575,000. 600,000. 600. Try another one, sir. Yes, 625. 625,000. 650,000. Just doing my job, sir. 675,000. 700,000. 700. 725. 725. 725. Well, it's your car at the moment, sir, at 725,000. 750,000. Don't let him get away with it, sir. 750, try 775. We're at 750. 775,000. 775, thank you. 775,000 euros. 800,000 euros. 800. Black and tan interior, 800. 825. 825,000. 825. You've been with me all the way, sir. At 825. Fair warning. At 825. Kathy, at 825,000 euros. Well, at 825, going for the first time at 825, going for the second time at 825, 850, 875, 875, at 875 now. At 875,000. We're going to call it again at 875,000. Kathy, give me some instruction. If you're out, sit down, please, at 875. Going here, 900,000. 900,000. You've been with me right from the beginning, sir. 900. Try one more. One for the road. One for the road, sir. 925. 925. Can you message Gord? 925. At 925,000. With you now at 900. Give me one moment. Kathy, at 925,000. Are we out? 1 second. What's the... 925. 950,000. 950,000. 950, sir. Well, thank you. 975. Kathy, you know what comes next? It's the big moment. Give her a second at 975. Kathy, the glory bid at 975. 1 million euros. You out. Thank you so much. Greg, if we can help these gentlemen get some champagne for bidding so strong. Some champagne for the team over on that table. But at 1 million euros, you're absolutely sure? You're absolutely sure? You're absolutely sure 1 million euros here in Milan, 1 million euros sold.
Ladies and gentlemen, a world record price for a 25th anniversary. That is a world record price here at RM Sotheby's.
Kathy, 5184. 5184.
Okay.
Thank you over there, sir. Thank you.
Moving on. Some very stylish 60s Italian cars, ladies and gentlemen. This is the Ferrari 250 GT Cabriolet Series 2 from 1962. It is the 170th of just 200 examples built, retains its matching numbers, engine, rear axle and coachwork, fitted with the correct type gearbox, benefits from a 2013 restoration performed by Tony Alto in Maranello ahead of the Ferrari specialist rebuilding its V12 engine in 2019. Is refinished in the factory correct color combination of grigio scuro over blue Franzi leather interior and documented by its factory build records, restoration invoices and photos, plus a history report by our friend and marque expert Marcel Massini. It is lot number 119.
Well, wasn't that wonderful with the Countach? Great auction moment here at RM Sotheby's. Telephone's coming in again on the Ferrari this time. I can open at 600,000, 600,000, 600, 600, 650, 650 now, 650, any more? 700, thank you, Andrew, 700. Any more? 750, 750, yes, 800, 800, 800, seated, 800, 900, Andy, 900, 900. The car is, you bidding? 950? 950, 950. The car is on sale. 950,000, selling the car. 950,000, selling the car. Any more bids at 950,000? 1 million euros. Keep it in 50s for you, sir. Keep it in 50s. We're at 1 million with Gus's telephone at 1 million euros. Are we done? 1 million euros. Well, I will take a smaller bid, but we're at 1 million euros. Any further bids at 1 million euros with Gus at 1 million. Where are you, sir? Try another one. At 1 million, Andy. Thank you. At 1 million, try 20. You sure? At 1 million euros, the car. Anders? Are you bidding or not? We're at 1 million. I'm selling the car. If you hold me, you've got a bid. No, thank you, Anders. Thanks for that. 1 million euros. The car is sold. 1 million. 5192, Bess.
Okay, time for something completely different, ladies and gentlemen. This is lot number 120, the 1987 Porsche 959 Speedster. A stunning one-off creation built by master craftsman Karl-Heinz Fustel in 1989, no less, and reportedly sold new to the 24-hour of Daytona victor and Le Mans runner-up Jürgen Larsig. It's a Speedster convertible, ladies and gentlemen, and was exhibited at the 1989 Frankfurt International Motor Show and 1989 Essen Motor Show. It's finished in Grand Prix white with blue soft top over blue leather interior, long-term ownership and part of the consignors collection since 2008. Benefits from a 12th of March service by Porsche specialist ADR Motorsport from 2025, that was, and accompanied by matching colour hardtop roof, transport case, tonneau cover, Speedster windscreen and door mirrors, plus owner's guides. This is the car, is how you make an entrance, ladies and gentlemen. A fantastic showpiece. Lot number 120.
Thank you, Will. And, well, what should we say? 600,000 anyway. 600,000 anyway. Thank you. Straight in. 600, 600, 700, 700. Any more bids at 700,000? 800 online. 800 online. Any more bids at 800 online? At 800 online bid. 850 I'll take. Well, at 800, 850, 850,000.
900.
900. The car is on sale. The car is on sale at 900,000 euros. At 900, 950, 900, 1 million euros. 1 million euros. The car is on sale, selling 1 million euros. I'll keep it in 50s if it helps. But we're at 1 million and 50. 1.1. 1.1 million. 1.1 million. 1.1. 1.15. 1.15. Any more bids? At 1.15 million. We will call it at 1.15 million online. 1.15. The car is sold. 1.15. 5187.
And lot number 121 is the 1989 Lancia Delta HF Integrale 8-valve Group A, ladies and gentlemen. Here it comes. This car won both the Portuguese and Argentinian rounds of the 1989 World Rally Championship. Driven by WRC champions Mickey Bjersen and Marco Allen, no less, and Michael Eriksson. It helped Lancia to the 1989 WRC Manufacturers and Drivers title double, ladies and gentlemen. Presented in its 8-valve specification and wearing its iconic Martini livery from the Rally of Portugal, acquired by the consigning owner in 2000 and expertly restored by an Arbath mechanic, ladies and gentlemen. It is lot number 121, the Integrale 8-valve Group A.
Thank you. Well, what should we say? 200,000 anyway. 200,000 anyway. 200,000.
Yes.
300,000.
300 online. 300. 300. 320 now in the room at 320. 350. 350. 350. Any more bids at 350,000? 350. I have the bid. 380,000. 380. You sure? 380,000. Well, at 380,000. Any more bids at 380,000? At 380,000. Against the online is here in the room at 380,000. Try another one. 400,000. At 400,000 euros. Any more bids at 400,000? At 400,000 euros. Against the online bidder. At 400,000. At 400,000. Are we done? At 400,000 euros. Internet, are we bidding? Are we bidding online? But we're at 400. Any further bids? 400,000. 420,000. At 420 now. Thank you, sir. At 420,000. Well, at 420, at the far left, at 420. 450, 450,000. 450,000. At 450,000. 450,000. Any more bids at 450,000? Holding at 450,000. At 450,000. Well, at 450,000 euros. At 450,000. 450,000. Get me the message, thank you. 450,000. 450,000. No, internet early. 450,000. Any more bids at 450,000? At 450,000 euros. 450, thank you.
Lot number 122 is the 1972 Ferrari 365 GTB4 Daytona Berlinetta. One of just 1,105 left-hand drive examples built and delivered new by Otto Becker in Germany, no less, and retains its matching numbers engine, European specification car. Finished in Rosso Chiara over black Connolly leather, certified by Ferrari Classiche in 2006 and accompanied by its coveted red book and tool roll. Received over 8,000 euros of routine maintenance servicing by Mark Specialist in June 2023. As I say, European specification car with air conditioning, ladies and gentlemen. It is the Daytona, and it is lot number 122.
Thank you. Well, the Ferrari this time. And what should we say? 300,000 anyway. 300,000. Thank you, Bodie. 300. 300,000. Tony van der Velden. 300,000. Any more bids? 350. I saw another hand over there as well, but 350. Any more? Try another one. 350. I have it here. 375. 400. No. 400. 400,000. Any more bids at 400,000? Online bid at 400,000 euros. 400,000. 400,000. Any more for the Daytona? At 400,000. Well, at 400,000. 425,000 online. 425. Online bid at 425,000. At 425,000. Are you bidding on the telephones here? 425. It's an online bid. At 425. 425. 450,000. 450,000. 450,000. Against the online bidder at 450. Any more bids at 450,000? At 450,000. 450. Harvey? No, at 450,000. At 450,000 now. Against the online bid. 460,000. Online. 460,000. At 460,000. 460,000. Online bid. 460 GD. You sure 460,000? It's online bid. 460,000. 460. It's online. At 470,000. 470,000. At 470,000. Any more bids at 470,000? At 470. Are we done? 470,000. Here in the room against the online bid at 470. At 470 now. Yeah. At 470,000. 475. Well done, Cyrus. 475. So 475. At 475, it's the online bid. At 475, online bid. At 475, yeah? Okay. 475. Against you here at 475. Selling the car at 475,000 euros. The car is sold, 475,000 online.
Okay. Sadly, the next lot will not be joining us on the stage, ladies and gentlemen, for obvious reasons. It's just too low. But it is the 2001 McLaren MP416, one of 7 examples of McLaren's 2001 Challenger, designed under the direction of Formula One luminaries Adrian Newey and Neil Oatley, and raced by David Coulthard to victory in the 2001 Australian Grand Prix, secured pole positions for that season at San Marino and Monaco Grand Prix, ladies and gentlemen, achieved a podium in San Marino, set the fastest race laps in Austria and Monaco, driven by two-time Formula One world champion Mika Hakkinen to third in class in Canada, and evolved into an MP4 16B specification tested by the F1 race winner Jean Alesi. It retained by McLaren until June 2020 and offered by one of its private owner in non-running condition, fitted with a dummy engine, but great race history, driven by both Coulthard, Alesi and Hakkinen. Please note, the lot is subject to VAT on the full purchase price. That's both hammer price and buyer's premium. Please note that due to VAT requirements, the lot may only be sold for export and trade. Interested private buyers should contact an RM Sotheby's representative, the MP4 16, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you, Will. Well, isn't it magnificent? The McLaren, what should we say? 750, 800 all with me, 800, 850 with me, 900 with me, 900 with me. Any more bids? It's all with me on my book at 900. Any more bids now? At 900,000. 900,000. Any more? 900,000. Stefan, are we connected on the phone? At 900,000. Stefan, are we connected? At 900. At 900,000. Any further bids? At 900. 900,000 euros. At 900,000. Any 950 now? 950. Well, at 950,000 for the Formula One McLaren, at 950,000. At 950,000. Are we done? At 950,000. Formula One McLaren, David Coulthard, 2001 Austrian Grand Prix, but at 950. 1 million. I have. It's come in here on my screen at 1 million. At 1 million. 1 million euros. Any further bids at 1 million euros? Keep it in 50s. We will keep it in 50s. At 1 million euros. 1 million and 50. At 1 million and 50 now. At 1 million and 50. Well, try another anywhere, but we're at 1 million and 50. I will call it at 1 million and 50. Fair warning now, 1 million and 50,000. Thank you, 1 million and 50.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, a huge thanks goes to our next two cars that were consigned by a very, very gracious gentleman indeed. We thank him greatly for his trust. Lot number 124 is the 1956 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing, offered from an exceptional private collection, known history from new, boasts single ownership since 1988, and crucially is equipped with an NSL specification engine, which wears a set of Rudge wheels with it as well, retains its matching numbers, body, chassis, and engine, well-preserved, older nut and bolt restoration performed by Scott Grunfor Company, ladies and gentlemen, and offered with a copy of the Mercedes-Benz data card. NSL Gullwings do not come up very often, ladies and gentlemen, and this is a very, very fine example.
Well, isn't it absolutely magnificent? This wonderful 300 SL Gullwing. And what should we say? 800,000 euros anywhere. 800,000 euros. 800,000 euros anywhere. 800,000 euros I'm bid. 800,000, 900,000. 900,000. Any more bids? I have 900. Any more bids at 900,000 euros? 1 million euros against you over there. At 1 million. Any more bids at 1 million euros? 1.1 million. At 1.1 now. 1.1 million. Any further bids at 1.1? 1.2 million. At 1.2, NSL engined Gullwing. At 1.2 million euros. Any more bids at 1.2? 1.3. 1.3 now. At 1.3. Any further bids? At 1.4 million. At 1.4 million. At 1.4 million euros. Try another. At 1.4 million. Any further bids? At 1.4 million euros. 1.5? You sure? 1.5? 1.5. At 1.5 now. For the Gullwing. At 1.5 million. At 1.5 million now. Any further bids? At 1.5 million. Gus, at 1.5. At 1.5 million. At 1.5 million euros. Any further bids? Well, we'll take 50 if it helps. But at 1.5 million euros. Try another one. We're at 1.5. At 1.5 million euros for the NSL engine Gullwing. 1.5. Fair warning. Fair warning. At 1.5 million euros. At 1.5. 1.5, not quite enough there.
Okay, lot number 125 is the 1962 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Roadster, an alloy engine block, ladies and gentlemen, and disc brake example, offered from an exceptional private collection and only 2 owners from new, single ownership since 1996, marvelously original car, been very well maintained, retains its matching numbers, body, chassis, and engine, and offered with a copy of its Mercedes-Benz data card. Stunning color combination, of course, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 300 SL Roadster in the ultimate specification.
Well, it's just a wonderful story. First owner had the car until 1996 and used this car as a honeymoon tourer around Europe in 1963. Been with the current owner since 1996. It doesn't really get much better. Disc brake alloy block. What should we say? 900,000 anyway. 900,000 anyway. 900, thank you. 900 I've taken. Thank you, 900. 1 million. 1 million I'm bid at 1 million euros. Any more bids at 1.1 against you. 1.1 against you. At 1.1. Any more now? At 1.1 million. At 1.2 coming in here. At 1.2. At 1.2 million euros. Any more bids at 1.2 million? At 1.2 million. Any further bids? A lot of car at 1.3. Thank you. You come back at 1.3 million now. At 1.3 million. Thank you, sir. At 1.3 million. Any further bids at 1.3? At 1.3 million euros. At 1.3 million. 1.4 million. Thank you now. At 1.4 million. Front row here, 1.4 million. Are we done at 1.4 million euros? At 1.4 million. Last chance now, 1.4 million. Here at 1.4. Try another one, 1.4. 1.5. At 1.5 million now. At 1.5. Any further bids? At one. Try 1.6. We're at 1.5. We're at 1.5. Any further bids? At 1.5 million euros. Are we done? Are you bidding over there? Is that a bid? Is that a half bid? No, out. 1.5. Try a small one. Try a small one. No, at 1.5. Any more bids? At 1.5. 1.5, thank you.
Lot number 126 is the 1956 Maserati A6G 54 Coupe from the final year production of the A6 model line, named after Alfieri Maserati himself, ladies and gentlemen, and one of only 21 examples bodied by Alemanno from a total of just 60 A6G 54s built. Finished with its matching numbers, twin camshaft, 2-cylinder, straight-six engine, and offered from long-term ownership, acquired by the Italian consignor in 1996. A truly, truly elegant Italian sports coupe, ladies and gentlemen, the Maserati A6G 54 Coupe.
Thank you, and, well, telephone, Kathy, telephone? No. I bid. Where shall I start? 400,000? Take a good look, isn't it magnificent? 400, thank you, 400. 400, 420, 420, 450, 450,000, 450,000, 480,000, 500,000, 500,000, 550,000, 550,000, at 550,000. Any more bids at 550,000? 550,000. 600,000. At 600,000. 600. 600. 600,000. 600,000. Any more bids at 600,000? 650,000. 650 now. Try another, sir. We're at 650. We're at 650. At 650. Are we done? At 650, Gus? At 650,000. Are we done? At 650,000. Try another. Try another. At 650. At 650,000. Try another. At 650,000. Any more bids? We're at 650. We are at 650 now. Are we done? At 650,000 euros. At 650. At 650,000. At 650,000. Are we done? 650, thank you, Peter, thank you, Gus. At 650,000 euros. At 650? At 650,000. Peter, at 650,000. Are we done? At 650,000. At 650,000. Are we done? At 650. 650, thank you.
Okay, lot number 127, ladies and gentlemen. A true icon of motoring. It is, of course, the 1989 Ferrari F40, non-cat, non-adjust example of a legend. It benefits from a 2021 restoration, performed by marque specialist Zanassi, of course, and Bonfatti as well, ladies and gentlemen. Work documented in the accompanying photo album. Two of the best names you could have associated with one of these cars. It retains its matching numbers, chassis, body, engine, and gearbox. Awarded Ferrari Classic A certification in April 2022, offered with its red book, of course, and further accompanied by tool roll, tyre kit, plus the original exhaust and seat belts. The odometer shows just 17,300 kilometers at the time of cataloguing. Still a great car, still an icon. It is, of course, the Ferrari F40.
Thank you, Will. And, well, what shall we say? I have 1.5 million bid. 1.5 million. Any further bids? So 1.5 million. 1.6 million. 1.6 million. 1.6. 1.6 million. On the internet at 1.7 million. 1.7 now. 1.7. You bidding over there? Is that a bid? No? Is that a bid? So at 1.7, 1.8 million. 1.8 million. At 1.8 million. 1.8 million now. At 1.8 million. Any more bids? At 1.8 million. At 1.9 million. Oh, 50, 1.85. 1.85. 1.85. 1.9. 1.9. 1.9. Sorry? 2 million. Stefan's phone. 2 million euros. 2 million euros. At 2 million euros. 2 million euros. 2 million euros. Any further bids at 2 million euros? 2.1 million euros. 2.1 million. At 2.1 million. Are we done? 2.1 million with Gus. 2.1 million now. 2.2. 2.2. 2.2. Any more bids at 2.2 million? 2.2 million. 2.2 million. At 2.2 million now. At 2.2. 2.3, just ahead of you, at 2.3 million. Just ahead of you, Gus. New bidder, 2.3 million. At 2.3 million now. At 2.3. Are we done? At 2.3. At 2.4 million. At 2.4 million. Against you here. At 2.4 million euros. Well, we are selling the car. 2.5 million. 2.5 million. 2.5 million. Well, at 2.5 million, the car is selling all the way at 2.5 million euros. 2.5 going for the first time. 2.5 going for the second time. And at 2.5 million euros going for the third and final time, sold 2.5 million. 5187. 5187.
Lot number 128 is the 2007 Aston Martin DBRS9. One of just 26 examples of the DBRS9, the ProDrive developed GT3 variant of the DB9, supplied new to BMS Scuderia Italia and Aston Martin Works partner team. It boasts a very successful competition career, contested the FIA GT3 Championship between 2007 and 2009, plus the 2007-2008 Italian GT Championship Series, single ownership from new and retained by BMS Scuderia Italia. That sounds rather good, doesn't it? Fantastic. Ladies and gentlemen, please note this lot is subject to VAT both on the full purchase price, hammer price and buyer's premium. Please note that due to VAT requirements, this lot may be only sold for export and trade. Interested private buyers should contact an RM Sotheby's representative, the DBRS9.
Thank you. And well, what should we say? Interest with me at 160,000, 160, 180, 180, 200, 220, straight back at 220,000, 220, 230,000, at 230,000, 230,000. Try another 10, sir. Try another 10, 240,000, 250,000. Against you now at 250,000. Try another one. But the car is selling now at 250. Try another one, but we're at 250,000. The car is selling at 250,000. Any more bids at 250,000 euros? Are we done? At 250,000. Fair warning. At 250,000. Sold. 250,000. 5205.
Okay, lot number 129 is the 1962 Fasselwagen Fassel 2. One of just 157 left-hand drive examples of the Fassel 2 Grand Tourer. Enthusiast owned between 92 and 2012, prior to being bought by the consigning owner. Benefits from an older restoration by model specialist Daimler and Dahlheimer. It is powered by a 6.3-litre Chrysler V8 engine, paired with a 4-speed manual gearbox. It's an accolade winner at the Zoot Concours d'Elegance in 2021 and exhibited at the Fasselwagen stand at Retromobile. It requires some mechanical recommissioning following a period on museum display. The Fassel 2, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. Well, Fassel 2 here, prize winner at Zoot in 2021. What should we say? 100,000 anyway. 100,000. 100,000 anyway for the Fassel 2. 100,000. 100. Thank you. 100. 100 I'm bid. 100,000 only. At 100,000. 120. 120. 140. At 140,000. Any more bids? At 140,000 euros. At 140,000. Any more bids? Any more bids at 140,000 euros? Are we done at 150,000? 150,000. Are we done at 150,000? At 150,000. Try another one at 150,000. 150. Try 160. 160. 160 now. At 160,000. Well, at 160, I'll take 10 if it helps. But we're at 160,000. Any more bids? Any more bids? At 160. Fair warning at 160. Are we done at 160,000? 160, thank you.
Lot number 130 is the 1955 Arbath 207A Spider, one of just 10 examples of the lightweight 207 competition car built, delivered new to the United States and sold via Tony Pompeo in New York, formerly part of the famed Maranello Rosso collection in San Remo, ladies and gentlemen, before being acquired by the current owner. 1100cc four-cylinder, fed by twin Weber carburetors, makes circa 65 horsepower and requires some mechanical recommissioning following a period of museum display. And please note, this lot is subject to VAT on full purchase price, both hammer price and buyer's premium. And please note that due to VAT requirements, this lot may be sold for export, trade, or interested private parties must contact an RM Sotheby's representative. It is the Arbath 207A Spider, lot number 130.
Thank you, Will. And it's a jewel of a car, really is, isn't it? What should we say, 100,000 anywhere? 100,000 anywhere. 100,000 anywhere. Thank you. 100 I'm bid. 100,000 I'm bid. Any more bids? At 100, 110, 120. It's all over here. 120,000. At 120. Any more now? 120. 130. 140. At 140,000. Are we done? At 140,000. At 140,000. Any more bids? At 140. It's all on my left. At 140,000. Any more bids? At 140. Try another one. Try another one, sir. Thank you. 150,000. At 150,000. At 150,000. Any more bids at 150,000 euros? I'll take another one anywhere, but we're at 150. Any more bids at 150? Take 10 anywhere, but we're at 150. Thank you, 150.
Lot number 131 is the Rolls-Royce Silver Wraith Limousine, striking one-off coachwork commissioned by Chicago business tycoon and executed, of course, by Alfredo Vignale himself. Incredible details, including a kneeling Spirit of Ecstasy, an inbuilt telephone and television set, plus gold-plated toilet come champagne cooler. Your choice, ladies and gentlemen. It has a toilet in the back for your convenience. Special green painted 4.9 litre straight six engine, features chrome plated pipes and retained by the consigning owner in the Netherlands since August 2014. It will require some mechanical recommissioning prior to use due to museum display, and it is the only Vignale coachwork to grace any Rolls-Royce chassis when new, ladies and gentlemen. An extremely unique and important piece of Rolls-Royce history.
Thank you. And telephones coming in. And what should we say? 70 online. 70 online. Any more bids? Sorry? 70,000 online. Are you bidding, sir? Were you bidding? Were you bidding? 80. 80 online. Are you bidding? No, 80. 80 online. 80 online. Any more? 80,000 online. 90 online. 90 online. 90 online. 100,000 online. 100,000 online. At 110 online. Cars selling all the way at 110,000. At 110,000. 110,000, the car is selling. At 110,000. Are we done? Selling the car. 110,000. Tony, I'm selling the car. At 110. The car is selling, Tony. At 110,000. Any more bids? At 110,000 euros. Fair warning at 110. Sold, 110. Internet bid.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, onwards to lot number 132. It is the 1932 Alfa Romeo 8C 2300 Lugano Cabriolet. Here it comes, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that car. An early 1930s supercar, ladies and gentlemen, with fascinating and newly revealed history and unique bodywork to boot. Delivered new to HRH Prince Filiberto of Savoy-Genoa, it was exhibited by its original owner, the 1933 Monte Carlo Concours d'Elegance, subsequently acquired and treated to an updated bodywork in 1937 by noted racing driver Vittorio Belmondo. Tremendous provenance, matching numbers, major components throughout, ladies and gentlemen, and eligible for a great number of events, tours, concours, exhibitions, you name it. Villa d'Este, Pebble Beach, they are at your choice, ladies and gentlemen, for this fabulous 8C, an unrepeatable opportunity. It is lot number 132.
Well, the star of the show, and doesn't get much better from a pre-war point of view. Marcus, are we on the phone? Marcus?
Yeah.
Is he connected? Yes? Okay. Well, what should we say? 1.5 million anywhere. 1.5 million anywhere. 1.5 I've taken. 1.5. 1.75 with me now. 1.75 million. Any more bids at 1.75? 2 million. 2 I've just taken. 2 million I've just taken. At 2 million I've just taken. At 2 million. 2 million. 2.2 million. 2.2 million. 2.2. 2.4 million. 2.4 million. 8C Alpha. 2.4 million. 2.5 million. Going in hundreds at 2.5 million. Any more bids at 2.5 million? 2.5, 2.6 million. 2.6 million. 2.7 million. 2.7 million. 2.8 million. 2.8 million now. 2.8 million. 2.9 million. Your turn, sir. 2.9 million. Any further bids at 2.9 million? Any further bids at 2.9 million? Excuse my cough, at 2.9 million. And 50? 2.95 million. 2.95. 2.95 here. €3 million. 3 million euros. Any more bids? Any more bids? It's here at 3 million euros. Come along. Don't let it go. Take a good long hard look. 3.1 million. 3.1 million. At 3.1 million. Any more? 3.1 million. At 3.1 million. Fair warning. At 3.1 million euros. 3.1 million euros. Are you sure? At 3.1 million. 3.1 million. You're saying no? Well, we have 3.1. Any further bids at 3.1 million? I'll take a 50 anywhere, but we're at 3.1 million euros. Last chance, ladies and gentlemen, at 3.1. 3.1. 3.1 million, thank you.
Lot number 133 is the 1995 Ferrari 355 Berlinetta, driven new by former Scuderia Ferrari Formula 1 driver Michele Alboreto. It is presented in its factory-correct color scheme of Nero Carbonio over beige leather interior, powered by its matching numbers 3.5-litre V8 engine, and awarded Ferrari Classic A certification in December 2024. It's accompanied by its red book. An odometer reads 47,696 kilometers at the time of cataloguing and offered with its Ferrari books and manuals. Please note this vehicle has been repaired following a collision damage and was subsequently certified by Ferrari Classiche. It is lot number 133.
Thank you. Well, lots of telephones here. Kathy, all connected? Everyone connected, please? We were 7. Thank you, everyone connected. Okay. Well, what should we say? 100,000 anywhere. 100,000 anywhere. 100,000. 100 online. Thank you. 100 online. Any more bids? 100 online. Any more bids? 100,000 only. 100,000 only. 120,000. 120,000. Any more now? 120 front row. 120. Any more bids? 120. Are we done? 120,000. Looks great value. 140,000. 140,000. Try another one. 140. Try. At 140,000. At 140,000 euros. Any more bids? At 140. At 140. Try 10. Try a small one. At 140. Any more bids? Any more bids? At 140,000 euros. 145. At 145,000. At 145. At 145. At 145,000. Well, I'm selling the car. 145,000. We are selling the car. Make no mistake. At 145,000 euros. You sure? At 145 on Harvey's phone at 145,000. 145, 5177.
5177.
Thank you, Will.
Lot number 134 is the 1930 Alfa Romeo 6C Grand Sport Spider Series 4. The 64th of 102 built. Absolutely beautiful. Formerly owned by the famed Silicon Valley venture capitalist Thomas Perkins, retains its matching numbers engine, inspected and serviced in 2023 by Mark specialist Jim Stokes' workshop, and driven by Phil Hill at the 1985 Monterey Historic Racing, presented at the 1985 Pebble Beach Concours d'Elegance as well. Highly eligible for major vintage motoring events, such as Mille Miglia Storica and Le Mans Classic. Beautifully presented, highly authentic example of Milan's interwar racing legend. If you've never driven one, ladies and gentlemen, I urge you to drive a pre-war Alfa 6C. They are simply fabulous.
Thank you, and well, what should we say? 700,000 anyway. 700,000 anyway. 700, thank you. 700, I'm bid. 750, and 800, and 50. At 800, 900, and 900, I'm bid. At 900, and 50. At 950 now. Any further bids? I have 950. Try another one, sir. I have 950. 1 million euros for the 6C. At 1 million euros. Thank you, sir. At 1 million euros. Any further bids? At 1 million euros. At 1 million euros. Any further bids? At 1 million euros. Any further offers now? Are we done? I'll take 50 if it helps, but we're at 1 million euros. Fair warning now. 1 million euros. Are we done? 1 million euros. Try another 50 anywhere. But we're at 1 million. Thank you, 1 million.
Lot number 135 is the 2006 Mercedes-Benz CLK DTM AMG Cabriolet, one of only 80 Cabriolet examples produced, built by Mercedes-Benz Motorsport partner, HWA of course, and first delivered to Germany, this example, ladies and gentlemen. Finished in obsidian black over black and anthracite avant-garde fabric interior, and acquired by the consigning owner in December 2010. So long-term ownership. It is lot number 135.
Thank you, Will. And what should we say? 200 anywhere? 200 anywhere. 220 online. 220 online. 240 now in the room. 240. Thank you. At 240,000 against the internet. At 240,000. Any more bids? At 240,000. Any more? 260,000. 260,000. 260,000. Any more? 260,000. 280,000. At 280,000. Try another one at 280,000. 290? 290,000 in the room at 290,000. Thank you, sir. 290,000. 290,000. You're owning the car, sir, at 290,000. Any more bids at 290? 300,000 on my screen.
310.
310,000. Suddenly, three of you on it. At 310,000. Try 320,000. One more, sir. You've got him on the ropes. 325,000. It may have worked. The car is selling at 325,000. With you, we're selling the car at 325,000. The bid's here at 325. Try 5, but you will miss it. At 325. You sure? At 325, the car is sold. 325. Your number, sir. Your number, sir. Your number. 5251.
Okay, on to lot number 136, which is the sister car, ladies and gentlemen, the 2005 Mercedes-Benz CLK DTM AMG Coupe, one of 100 examples produced, and firmly within the most exclusive echelons of AMG models. Built, of course, by HWA, as aforementioned. Specified in brilliant silver metallic over anthracite leather. German market car and greatly enjoyed by the consignor since their purchase in 2006. So when it was just 1 year old in Germany. German delivered car, German owned car, and as close as one can get to a road-going, championship-winning DTM race car. It is the AMG DTM Coupe, ladies and gentlemen, lot number 136.
Well, thank you, Will. Thank you, Will. And, well, what should we say? 120 anywhere? 120,000, 120, 140, 140, 160, 160. At the back, 160. Any more? 100? 180.
200.
200. At 200,000. 220. 220. You're out. At 220 here. At 220. Any more bids? At 200, 240. 240. 240,000. 240,000. Are we done? At 240,000. Try another, sir. 240. Are we done? At 240. Are you bidding, sir? Are you bidding? Are you bidding, sir? We're at 240. At 240,000. Any more bids? 240. 250,000. At 250,000. At 250,000. At 250,000 euros. Any more bids? At 250,000. 255,000. 260,000. 260,000. Try another 5. Try another 5. 260,000. Are we done? 260,000. Try another 5, sir. You're going to miss it? At 260. At 260. 265. 265. 265 GD. 265. 265. 270,000. 270,000. 270. 270. Try one more. You sure? At 270. Andy, Andy, try one more. Just try one more. Try a small one. You sure? You will miss at 270. Any more bids? At 270. You're going to miss it. At 270. Are we done? At 270. Thank you, 270.
Lot number 137 is the 1997 Porsche 911 GT2R, ladies and gentlemen. First of the Stuttgart Legends collection. A big thank you to the consigning owner for his trust in selling these cars with us, ladies and gentlemen. It is lot number 137, and it is the 1997 Porsche 911 GT2R. It won't be coming up on the stage. We'll get the next one up very shortly, but this one is a tantalizing opportunity to acquire a complete GT2R restoration project. One of a reported 10 examples of the 993 generation GT2R race car built in 1997. Finished originally in glacier white and delivered to Dutch racing driver René Schnell and subsequently owned by GT champion and racing founder Klaus Abelen. Accompanied by a period Wagen Pass inspection report by Andy Prill and a spare set of BBS centre-lock wheels, plus a myriad of mechanical components and body panels, eligible for a variety of historic GT and endurance racing series. Once finished, an unrepeatable opportunity is lot number 137, and it's without reserve, ladies and gentlemen.
No reserve. Thank you, phones connected. What should we say, 100,000? It's no reserve, 100,000. 100,000, Oliver, 100,000 I'm bid. 100,000 I'm bid. Any more bids? 100,000 only. Come along. 100,000. Any more bids at 100,000? Come along. Well, I'm going to have to sell it. 120. 120. 120. 120. 130. 130, sir. 130. Any more bids? 130,000. You out? 135. 135. 140. 145. 145. 150. And 5. 160. 160. 165. 165. There's no reserve, it's selling. 165. 100, 170. New bidder, new bidder. 175. 175. 175. Stefan? 175. The bid's here. Any more bids? You short, sir? Are you in or are you out? Stefan? Out. 175. The car is selling at 175,000. Sold your car. 5385.
Okay, moving on to 138. It is the 2002 Porsche 911 GT3 RS. It was entered into the 2002 24 Hours of Daytona, the 12 Hours of Sebring, and finished second in class at the 24 Hours of Le Mans, and ranked third overall in the 24 Hours of Spa. Fantastic racing history. Originally purchased by Freisinger Motorsport and painted in their famous Dino Tooth livery, just 2 owners from new, claimed an overall FIA GT Championship podium and further 6 class victories. Driven by Stefan Ortelli en route to winning the 2002 FIA GTN GT Drivers' Championship, as Freisinger Motorsport sealed the class team's title. Raced by sports car and GT aces Romain Dumas, Emmanuel Collard, Mark Lieb, Sascha Masson and Jörg Bergmeister, ideally suited to a variety of popular motor racing events. What better history 911 can you think of, Sholto? It is lot number 138.
Thank you, Will. And what should we say? 160 anywhere. 160 anywhere. Thank you. Straight in. 160. 180. 180. Try another one. 200. At 200,000. Any more bids? At 200,000. 200,000. 220,000. 220. Any more bids? At 220,000 euros. At 220,000. Are we done? At 220,000. Try another. At 220,000. Are we done? At 240,000. 240,000. At 240 now. Any more bids? At 240,000 euros. Any more bids? At 240. 240.
Okay, lot number 139, ladies and gentlemen, is the 1954 Mercedes-Benz 300 SL Gullwing, an early 300 SL Gullwing that left the factory in December 1954. It is the 86th of 166 made in its first year of Gullwing production. Finished by the factory in the rare and desirable shade of light blue metallic over light grey, now of course finished in black over black leather interior. It retains its matching numbers, body, chassis and engine. Delivered new to its first owner in Buffalo, New York, and continued ownership in the United States until the Gullwing was brought to its native Germany by the consigning owner. A standout component of the Stuttgart Legends collection since 2010, and formerly part of the Black Hawk collection based in Danville, California. Recipient of a mere 140,000 euros worth of workshop maintenance, ladies and gentlemen, from Mechatronic over 2010 to 2011, and accompanied by a 2025 inspection report by Mercedes-Benz Heritage confirming its originality. Stunning colours. It is lot number 139, 300 SL Gullwing.
Thank you, Will. And what should we say? 600,000 euros I'm bid. 600,000. 650. 700. 750. 800. 800. 800 I'm bid at 800,000. 800,000. At 800,000 I'm bid at 800,000. 850,000. 900 just ahead of you, sir. 900 just ahead of you. At 900. At 900. 900 here. 950. 950. 950,000. 975. 975. 1 million euros. The car is selling all the way at 1 million euros. Take 25 if it helps you. Take 25 if it helps you. 1. Oh, thank you. 1,050,000. 1.1. 1.1 million. 1.1 million. Selling the car. $1.1 million. With you, seated bidder. Thank you. Good to see you, sir. I will take 25. 1.1 and 25. 1.125. Marcus, thank your bidder. Thank your bidder. At 1.1 and 25. I'll take another 25 if it helps. But you're going to miss it. 1.125. Fair warning. 1.1 and 50. Keep it in 25s. 1.15. Good spotting there, Anders. 1.15. Try another 25, Gus. $1.15. Well, at 1.15, seated bidder in the far corner, Anders, I might need you to read the number. At 1.15. Gus, at 1.15 million. Are we sure? I'm going to sell 1.15. Your car, 1.15. 5168.
Lot number 140 is the 2004 Porsche 911 GT3 Cup. It's a works-entered car, ladies and gentlemen, by the UPS Porsche Junior Team in Porsche Carrera Cup Germany in 2005. Raced by Lance David Arnold to 6th in the championship and a best race result of 3rd in a race. Porsche AG listed as the first owner and currently owned by a 911 race collector. Presented in its period painted brown and yellow UPS livery and accompanied by its period Wagen Pass, confirming its works heritage, a spare set of BBS wheels and an exhaust. It's lot number 140, ladies and gentlemen.
Thank you. And well, GT3 Cup car, what should we say? 70,000 anyway. 70,000, 70,000, 70 now. 70,000 I'm bid. Any more bids? 70,000, 80,000, 90,000, 90,000. Any more? At 90,000 euros. At 90,000. Try 100. We're at 90. Try 100. Well, we're at 90. Any more bids at 90,000 euros? Any more bids at 90,000? 90,000.
Lot number 141 is the 1974 Porsche 911 Carrera 3-litre, ladies and gentlemen. One of just 55 examples of the 3-litre RS produced. Ultra rare, race car derived homologation special and successor to the 2.7 RS. It contested the 1975 and 1976 editions of the famed, 1974 and 1975 editions of the famed Targa Florio road race and presented in its factory correct Grand Prix white featuring gold dish wheels, Carrera stripe and Porsche script. Supplied new to Dusseldorf in 1974 and then long-term Italian ownership. It joined the Stuttgart Legends collection in January 2015 and is accompanied by a report from Mark Authority, Andy Prill, matching numbers crankcase and spare wheel, ladies and gentlemen. It is lot number 141.
Thank you, Marcus. Telephone? Yep. And what should we say? 600, anyway, 600, thank you. 600 now, 600. Any more bids? 600, I'm bid. 600, 600,000, 650 coming on my screen at 650. Any more? 700, a 700,000. at 700,000, 700, at 700,000, 750, 750,000. Any more bids at 750? 800, 800, 800,000, 800,000. Are you out at 800,000? Any more bids at 800,000? Are we bidding telephone? No bid. At 800,000. At 800,000. Any more bids? At 800,000 euros. Last chance, ladies and gentlemen. 800,000, last chance. At 800,000 euros. 800,000.
Lot number 142 is the 1998 Porsche 911 Cup 3.8 RSR, one of just 45 examples of the 993 Cup 3.8 RSR race car produced. And here it comes.
Oliver.
It was delivered new to the famed Nürburgring race team, Zach Speed, in March 1998, and is presented in the factory-correct color of Guards Red, wearing BBS centre-lock wheels, acquired by the Munich-based consignor and the car's third owner in 2014, and powered by the correct type replacement 3.8-litre flat-six RSR engine. Company buys Wagen Pass and copy of its original Porsche sales invoice. Ideally suited for any level of historic racing, ladies and gentlemen. It is lot number 142.
Thank you, Will. And what should we say? 200,000 anyway. 200,000 anyway. Thank you. 200 I'm bid. 200,000. 200, 220. 240. 260. 260, Lorenzo. Try another. 280. At 280,000. By the pillar. Good to see you, my friend. At 260,000. 280,000. 280,000. 280,000. Any more bids? You have it at the moment, sir. 280,000. 280,000. You're saying no at the pillar. You're saying no at 280 on my left. 280. Telephones at 280,000. Any more bids at 280,000 euros? Are we sure? We're sure. Oh. $280,000. 280,000. 280,000, I'm holding it. 280,000, he's saying no at 280,000. Thank you.
And lot number 143 is the 2000 Porsche 911 GT3R to RSR specification. Debuted by Derek Bell in the 24 Hours of Daytona. Notable drivers include Emmanuel Collard, Tim Sugden, and Pink Floyd manager Steve O'Rourke. Delivered new into 2000 to EMKA Racing, the team founded by O'Rourke, and contested the 24 Hour of Le Mans, 24 Hours of Spa, plus the Nürburgring 1,000 kilometers. Scored 2 FIA GT class victories in 2003, and uprated to RSR specification 2005 by Group M Racing. Features updated styling, wider arches, and a 6-speed sequential transmission, subject to €54,000 engine rebuild by RS Tuning in Germany in 2015, and eligible for a variety of racing series. It is lot number 143.
Thank you. And what should we say? 80,000, 80,000, 80,000, 80 I have, 90 I have, 100 I have, 100,000 euros. At 100,000. Any more bids? 100,000. At 100,000. 110. 120. At 120,000. Any more bids? At 120,000 euros. Are we done? At 120,000. 120.
Lot number 144 is the 1949 Alfa Romeo 6C2500 Super Sport Cabriolet, ladies and gentlemen. One of only 383 examples of the Super Sport produced and briefly owned by famed Alfa Romeo gentleman driver Franco Roll. Clothed in the excellent Pininfarina Cabriolet, coachwork and striking triple green colour combination, retains its numbers matching six-cylinder engine and chassis offered from a quarter of a century of beloved ownership, eminently eligible for a variety of world's finest tours, concourse and exhibitions, the Alfa Romeo 6C.
Thank you. Really is magnificent. Take a good look. Beautifully restored. And what should we say? 180,000 anywhere. 180,000 anywhere. 100. Thank you. We will get you on today, sir. 180,000. Any more bids at 180? 180. Maiden bid. 180. 200. At 200. 220 now. At 220,000. At 220,000. Are we done? At 220,000. It's on my left. At 220. At 220. 220,000. Any more bids at 220,000? Take a good look at 220,000. Any more? 240,000. 240,000. At 240,000 euros. Well, at 240, at 260, it's back in. At 260 now. At 260,000. Well, at 260,000. I'll take another one anywhere if it helps. But we're at 260. Last chance now. At 260. At 260,000 euros. 260.
Lot number 145 is the 1965 Aston Martin DB short chassis Volante, ladies and gentlemen. The rarest series production Aston Martin convertible ever made, and the first to wear the vaunted Volante badge, strongly believed to be the show car displayed at the 1965 British International Motor Show Earls Court, and according to Aston Martin Heritage Trust, one of only 37 examples of the coveted interim short chassis Volante. It was sold new in London and subsequently converted to left-hand drive. Very promising Concours contender once recommissioned, and a great restoration opportunity. Please note the lot has entered the EU on a temporary import bond, which must be cancelled either by exporting the lot outside the EU on an approved bill of lading with supporting custom documentation, or by paying the applicable VAT and import duties to have the lot remain in the EU. It is lot number 145.
Thank you, Will. Excuse me. And what should we say? I have 400,000 euros. 400,000. Any bids now? 400,000. 400,000. Any more bids? 400,000 I'm bid. 400,000. Any more now? 400,000. 420,000. 420,000. 440,000. 460,000. 480,000. At 480,000. 480,000. At 480,000. At 480,000. Any more bids? With Gord at 480,000. Felix at 480,000. Any more bids? 500,000. Thank you, Kathy. 500,000. 500,000. Give me an instruction. 500,000. It's on Kathy's telephone. At 500,000. At 500,000 euros. At 500,000. 520,000. Thank you, Paul. 520,000. Kathy, we're at 520 in the room. We're at 520. $550. 580. 580,000. 620. 620,000. 620,000. What's the bid? 650? 640. 640,000. 640,000. 640,000. The car is selling. You're going to miss it, Kathy. 640,000 here. 650,000. We'll keep it in tens, Paul. 650,000. Yes, 660,000. 660,000. Selling all the way. 660,000 euros. Kathy, you will miss it. 660,000. At 660,000. Fair warning. 670,000. 670,000. 670,000. 680,000. 680,000 euros. 680 now. Going for the... He's out. 680,000 euros. The car is sold. 680,5293. 5293.
Miura. Unquestionably the most beautiful car ever made. Come on, there's no argument, is there? And also the most enigmatic of supercars. It is the first supercar, the first car to be given that moniker. That's one of the best standing cars ever made.
Ladies and gentlemen, the final lot of this evening is the Thank you for that. It is the 1971 Lamborghini Miura P400 SV, among the very finest of 150 examples of the Miura SV completed. An original split-sump factory air conditioning car delivered new to the United States. It retains its matching numbers 3.9-litre V12 transverse engine. It's presented in its factory-correct colour combination of Rosso Corsa over Blau. Won Best Lamborghini at the Concorso Italiano Miura 50th anniversary celebration. Please note that the title for the car is currently in transit, and RM Sotheby's will assist the buyer post-sale to register the car accordingly. It is accompanied by its books, tool roll, spare wheel, and fitted luggage set. And it is recently praised and driven, as you just saw, by the one and only Chris Harris. It's unrepeatable, ladies and gentlemen, and it is without reserve, ladies and gentlemen. Lot number 146, the Miura SV.
Well, thank you, Will. Saving the star of the show to the last lot. Thank you, everyone, for supporting our sale today. We look forward to seeing you at a future RM Sotheby's auction, but it is now Miura P400 SV time. And what should we say? 2 million anywhere. 2 million anywhere. 2 million. Thank you. 2 million. Maiden bid. 2 million. Maiden bid. Here at 2 million euros. 2.2 million euros. At 2.2 million. I have 2.2. You're not paying attention. 2.3. 2.3 million. At 2.3. 2.4 million. 2.4 million online. 2.4. 2.5 million. 2.5 million. At 2.5 million. No reserve. 2.6 million. 2.6 million. 2.6 million. 2.7 million. It's all on the phones. 2.7 million. This is like Paris all over again. Oliver versus Gus at 2.7 million. 2.7 million. We have all the time. Don't feel rushed. 2.7 million. Any more bids? 2.7. 2.75. 2.75. It's all on the phone. 2.8 million. It's all on the phone. 2.8 million euros. 2.8 million euros. 2.8 million for the beautiful 2.85. 2.85. 2.85. Any 2.9. 2.9 million euros. 2.9 million euros. Are we done? At 2.9 million euros. Oliver on the phone. 2.9 million on the phone at 2 3.9 million euros. Well, at 2.9 million euros. Oliver, 2.95 million euros. 2.95. At 2.95. You know what comes next, Oliver? At 2.95 million. 3 million euros. 3 million. At 3 million. At 3 million euros. Any further bids? At 3 million euros. At 3 million euros now. Going for the first time at 3 million. $3,050,000. 3,050,000. They're having fun down here at 3,050,000. At 3,050,000. At 3,050,000, ladies and gentlemen, here in Milan with RM Sotheby's at 3,050,000. Any further bids? At 3,050,000. 3.1 million. At 3.1 million. Gus versus Oliver. We've seen it many times before. At 3.1 million. Excuse me. At 3.1 million. At 3.1 million. We will call it now. At 3.1. At 3.1 million. 3.1 and 50. 3.15. At 3.15. At 3.15. At 3.15 million. Oh, you say it this time. At 3.15. Now I will call it. No. I have to do the best for the client. We have to do the best for the client. At 3.15. Going for the first time. 3.15. Going for the second time. 3.15. Going for the third and 3.2 million. 3.2. Very well estimated at 3.2 million. At 3.2 million. They'll be arguing all night in the bar about this. At 3.2 million. At 3.2 million. Fair warning now, 3.2 million. €3.2, ladies and gentlemen, at 3.2 million euros. €3.2 and 25. Oliver, he is on the ropes. He is on the ropes. At 3.2 and 25. 3.2 and 25. Are we done this time? At 3.2 and 25. I have to bring it now. I have to. At 3.2 and 25. Oliver, fair warning this time. 3.2 and 25 going for the first time. 3.2 and 25 going for the second time. 3.2 and 25. Yes or no, Oliver? This is the moment. 3.2 and 25. Oliver? 3.2 and 50. Ladies and gentlemen, they do this on purpose. 3.250. They do it on purpose. I'm sure they do. At 3.2 and 50. At 3.2 and 50. Gus, come along now. 3.2 and 50. Where's that? 3.3 million.
He felt left out.
3.3 million. 3.3 million. New bidder. New bidder. Stefan, you know how to make an entrance at 3.3 million euros. Well, I haven't seen that before. 25 years in the business. 3.3 million. Has it worked, Stefan? Has it worked? At 3.25 and 25. 3.3 and 25. Oh dear. 3.3 and 50, Stefan. 3.3 and 50. The new generation. 3.3 and 50. 3.3 and 50. Any more bids? 3.3 and 50. I will. Come along. 3.3 and 50. 3.375. 3.375. 3.4. 3.4 million. Stefan. 3.4 million. 3.4 million. Any more? Oliver, are you out? You're out. 3.4 million. Stefan's bid. Gus, last time. 3.4 million euros. 3.4 million euros. Are we done? And 25. Could be a long night, ladies and gentlemen. Could be a long night. 3.4 and 25. $3.4 and 25. $3.450 now. Need to keep the bar open at the back, please. 3.450. at 3.450. I'm going to call it now. If they are small, they do have to be quick now, ladies and gentlemen, of 3.45 million. At 3.45, Gus, this is, we have to be quicker now. At 3.45, 3.47, 3.475, 3.475. Stefan, 3.5. 3.5 million. At 3.5 million. He's sitting down. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for your patience. Thank you all for coming. At 3.5 million euros, the car at RM Sotheby's is sold. $5,187. $5,187.
Thank you very much, ladies and gentlemen. Have a lovely evening.
Thank you.